Good morning from Progreso, Mexico. Just about to dock. Got up early because we did have to be at our excursion meeting place at 7:50. We're doing the kind of like the best of Merida and shopping excursion, but we got to meet down there early where we some of the first ones off hopefully, and then we get to trek the 4 Mile Pier down into town. Luckily we do get transportation from the ship to the end of the terminal, so we're happy about that, because if not, this old man ain't walking 4 miles down there. We had some breakfast here at the buffet, the Port of Indecision, just because we're short on time. But let's go now and go meet the rest of our crew that's going on the excursion, and then we'll go excursion.
To make you sure, guys, that you are on the right spot, please check your yellow tickets. If it says far side of the world, then you are on the right spot. If your ticket says start on the water theater, then you have to go behind.
It was a decent walk from the end of from the gangway until we get to the bus. It wasn't anything extensive, maybe 10 minutes or so.
We're in the back row because we're rebels like that. They told us to get in the back by the bathroom.
Let's start with the good news, okay? Good news, guys. Best news, in my opinion, is that pretty much we're the only tour from the cruise that is going to the city. We want to find pretty much all the places we're supposed to stop either empty or we're the first ones getting in, so we'll be able to enjoy the place entirely for us. And guys, of course, also not only culture and history, but delicious food and the good shopping are waiting for us right at the city. Now, bad news. Come on guys, no bad news, you're on vacation. Let's say we're like the Texas of Mexico, or for example, you say you're from France, we're like Brittany from France, or Catalonia from Spain, many places. Yeah, we still push the idea to become independent again. And today, guys, really, you can ask any Yucatecan. In my case, I say I would die for Mexico, but I would kill for Yucatan. We're gonna step down, believe it or not, the longest pier in the world, okay, and we're gonna get into a town called Progreso, Fisherman Village. This is the real face of Mexico, okay? We're gonna go all the way hills, like in the original Merida back in Spain. The structures and the hills, okay, let's call it Merida. Now I want to ask you, what do you think those hills were? Or maybe where they can be now? Any ideas? No? They used to be old Mayan structures covered by nature, ruins, literally. They used an old abandoned Mayan city to found the capital of a territory called Capitanía de Yucatan, or if you want to call it like that, Yucatan State. Why do we have the longest pier in the world? Any ideas?
Shallow water,
right? Yeah, technically where your ship is, guys, and around 200 nautical miles, okay, into the water, it's still part of the continent. We're still inland, so boats couldn't get here. They had to go somewhere else, the state of Veracruz, or the closest Tabasco, Campeche, all over on the other side of the Yucatan Peninsula. Okay, so here we are, guys. Monumento a la Patria, Monumento a la Bandera. Two sides. This side, back side, old history of Mexico. Side, you're gonna see the front side right now, modern history of Mexico. In fact, from here you can see a face. Do you see in between Puebla and Revolution, there's a guy with a ribbon on the middle? I don't know if you see it. Yeah, you're gonna see it on this moment. It's Mr. Teddy Roosevelt. Ah, yes. There's a bunch of characters, a bunch of people from all the moments of Mexico when they started to be a country.
Made it to our first stop of the tour, which is the monument of the Capitol, which is all hand carved from limestone, they said, from which is found in the local in this area here in Merida. Y'all know this. I'm gonna retire somewhere down here in Mexico, I think, if I ever do retire. But this is absolutely gorgeous. There's so much history going on in this place that it's really hard to actually put it all into one little video, one little vlog, because there's probably, you're looking at 1,500, 1,000 years of history right here with the Mayan culture and everything. There's no way to put it all into one video, one vlog, anything like that.
But the funny thing about it, I mentioned, what do you think the guys used to build this place? Limestone, right? But old Mayan temples. But which Mayan temple? And we know for sure, because it's written in a book, that the biggest structure, the biggest hill that used to be right here was literally behind you. You see this big building with a clock tower, suddenly the trees kind of covering it, okay? Guys, that used to be a temple dedicated to the god of the sun. The guys took about 40 years to destroy the temple right there and rebuild it right here.
there's so much history here in Merida and the tour over here. My mind is just blown. I don't even know what to think anymore. This is so amazing. I just want to stay here. This is why I get lost and left so many places. Because one, I don't tell anybody I stopped. Two, I just am so fascinated with the history and love the culture. And yeah, so that's 100% on me. But we're here at Casa Maya, having some lunch before we have to go back to the ship. I settled on Tacos Casa Maya, which is ensenada style tacos with blue corn chip tortillas, marinated octopus, tempura shrimp, cabbage mixed, served with avocado mayonnaise, black sesame, and passiola oil, and a side of grilled lime and charred green onions. Sounds so delicious, and I'm hungry now. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, first off, I want to get the queso fundido, get some melted cheese, and then I'm thinking about getting this the pork cochinita thing that they were talking about. Sounds delicious. Muy delicioso.
This little stinking hot pepper that I thought was a sweet pepper is the freaking hottest thing I've ever eaten in my life. 5 minutes ago, I took a bite of it. Look, I didn't bite that much. And it still burns. It is hotter than that. If you watched my channel before that, when I did that shot of salsa at Ay Chile there in Cozumel, this is hotter than that, by far. But part of me still wants to eat it, you know, that masochistic part of myself. But this is freaking hot. But the food is so amazing. I'm trying to avoid going back on the bus. But I think no matter what, they'll probably come look for me and find me anyway. But we'll see how long I can last. See if we can go find some gifts too. Back from the tour, had a great time. Extreme amount of good historical stuff. Walking through the terminal now to figure out what if anything we're gonna get for little tchotchke stuff. We may not, I don't know, haven't figured that one out yet. It looks to be a lot of the same stuff, no matter what port you're in. But, you know, definitely have something, and cannot highly recommend this tour enough. You got to do it. I mean, it's a great tour. It's a lot of information, but definitely well worth it in the end. In Progreso, this is the longest pier in the world. It's about 4 miles long. And if you can see where the land is over there, that's Progreso City. And then you can see all the pier coming up all the way this way, all the way this way, all the way this way. You can tell, I mean, they're definitely developing it a lot more. There's that little, where that pink building is, and all the other buildings with the little red roof around the top. That is all shops. Very similar shops, very typical shop that you would find in any port, in every port. Then that round building there, that's with the Yucatan on there, and the 360, that is your duty-free shop, which has all the same duty-free things that you'll find in any port. And then you come through here, right next to the Yucatan sign, which is backwards in his. That little hut thing is where you show your ID card to come down the pier. Given that this was the first time on the Margaritaville at sea, and the experience that we had on getting on the ship the first day, I was a little, I don't want to say apprehensive or worried, just maybe a tad skeptical about how the debarkation process and embarkation process would work as far as when you get to a port. It's just like every other cruise ship. You walk off, you scan your card, come back on, scan your card, and you're back on the ship. Other than that, no difference whatsoever. But I did not really get left behind today, only for like 3 or 4 minutes, not like the 30 or 40 minutes or, you know, hours that usually happen. But today was only about 3 to 4 minutes of getting left behind, and that was because of a lack of communication, which I've learned from.
So no more should I get left behind in the port. I say that now, but I know the next time I go, especially to Cozumel or even here, I'm gonna get left behind. I didn't want to come back today. But I realized I still have family at home, and I have to bring if I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna bring my family. Showered and freshly, it smelled like Old Spice. But anyway, we're showered, freshly ready to go to dinner tonight. We've got reservations at the steakhouse at 5:30, which is only in about 45 minutes. First time here, had a great time, loved every minute of it, ready to come back. But we also saw pier runners, sort of. Well, looky here. This makes things a whole lot easier for these people.
Curbside service.
The whole bus of people didn't make it back on time, so they just drove the bus straight to the end of the ramp. Let them out of the bus and straight onto the ship. No time for shopping, no time for anything like that. But now, it's dinner time. It's dinner time. Oh, solo mio. Yeah, sorry. I know I can't sing, but it's time to eat dinner. Apparently we've got to go up glass stairs to get to the steakhouse, and y'all know I'm afraid of heights. Wish me luck. I made it. Nervously, but I made it. At the steakhouse, menu looks great. I'm excited to have it. 1 starter, 1 soup or salad, 1 entree, 1 dessert, 1 side dish. Not the best options because you want more, but that just means that because we're here early, we're gonna hit the buffet tonight, get some pizza maybe a cheeseburger, who knows, we'll figure it out. What do you want? What would you eat tonight on the menu? I've always said that cruising is about making memories, and some of the memories that we make are with people that we cruise with. Rob and I cruised together 5-6 times from 2021 when we first met each other. We've cruised together, we've hung out together, family, friends, everything. Families have even cruised together. Well, Rob introduced me to Patrick, who's another cruising family that he had met on another cruise. And last year in March of 2024, we did a guys cruise. The 3 of us were on the Princess cruise. We had a great time. Really got to know each other, had a great time, but unfortunately for this cruise, things just didn't work out to have a guys reunited cruise. So Rob and I are here, but we have a special guest today because Patrick made it today to our cruise. He's having dinner with us tonight at the steakhouse. So let me introduce Patrick from P&B's Wild World of Ports. So here's Patrick. Patrick, say hi to everybody. Hi everybody, how we doing today? Patrick, tell us a little bit about your channel. Well, I'm Patrick from P&B's Wild World of Ports, and we have a great time with these guys.
They're handsome, they're funny.
Hey Rob, you got any bread for me?
No, but I do have some stewed prunes.
Oh, I love stewed prunes, especially on port day. I cannot wait. They're so yummy. About 10:30 at night, and just about done for the day, about spent all of my energy today. But, you know, I have to finish up with some pizza here. Got a little pepperoni pizza here from Frank and Lola's, which is interesting because it's a different crust at night versus during the day. As you can see tonight, look, it's like a thick crust here, square pizza. But during the day, it's a thinner crust, round pizza, but like the outside edge crust is thick. We had dinner at the steakhouse tonight, which was good. The steak was good. It's had some good points, had some bad points. In a nutshell, the fact that you could pick only one thing from each area. So you could pick one appetizer, one soup or one salad, one entree with one sauce to go with it, and then one side dish and one dessert. That's it. So it had one of everything. So it's $55 a person if you buy it individually. You know, that's kind of steep for only getting one option of each. We asked if we could get more sauce, more side dishes, and we're told no. Not even, yes, you can get it for an extra cost, just a flat out, no, you cannot get any additional ones. Take that for what it's worth. Granted, the steak was good. It was an 8-ounce center cut filet. Had an excellent sear on it. The middle was cooked properly, the medium rare. It was nice, soft, tender, juicy. It was great steak. But for me personally, I would not book the steakhouse individually. If it weren't part of a package or something like that, I would not book the steakhouse here on the Margaritaville Islander. I can be a stiff critic. I understand that 100%, but it is just not my cup of tea. But overall, though, I'm pleased with everything that we have. So as for tonight, I'm going to finish my pizza. Going to probably do some uploads and downloads and all that other fun stuff, and then hit the sack. Tomorrow's a sea day, so we've got quite a few things we're going to do. But then we're also going to do a lot of nothing, which this cruise, honestly, it's a very chill cruise where there's plenty of live music going on. There's plenty of seating areas for people to just sit and hang out and talk and have a great time and create those memories that we're actually looking for and buying on these cruises. So in the end, the cruise is what you want to make out of it. If you want to have a bad time, you're going to have a bad time. If you want to have a good time, you're going to have a good time, no matter what. Because like I said, a cruise day is better than a work day any day. And we'll see you tomorrow on our final sea day.
What's up, everybody? This ain't Jason here. This is Joseph Barber. Just telling you, Jason's awesome. Facebook Jason, follow him, all right?